What's up, you guys? It's Hayden, and today's topic is facing rejection. I don't talk about rejection a whole lot because I don't really want to be a negative person. And when I talk about rejection, when it's related directly to my transition, I can get kind of bitter about it. So I'm sorry in advance if I get a little bit bitter with talking about this topic. But I also don't want to burn down the remaining part of the bridge that is already half burnt down by people in my life. And so it's hard for me to talk about rejection because I get a little bit anxious. I don't want to jeopardize any relationships that I have with people. Personally, for me, rejection has been the hardest part about my transition. I am the type of person who likes to give love and who likes to receive love. So when I receive rejection, and it's rejection based on something that I can't change, it really hurts. It just really hurts when people are completely ignoring your existence in this world today and right now, and they're so focused on the past, but at the same time they're not even looking at the past of the reality of my life. They're looking at the little girl that I was, and that's just not the case. That's not the reality of my experience and how I felt, and the amount of pain that I have gone through and the amount of depression that I have gone through. They don't even want to look at that. They don't want to acknowledge that. And see, this is why I didn't want to talk about it, because I get kind of bitter about it, because I have tried a number of different ways to reach out to these people and give them different resources, and trying to be as open as possible to answering any questions or anything, and I have gotten nothing back. There's certain people that I can't even talk to anymore because I came out as trans. And it really sucks because, there's some interactions with people where I was basically given this ultimatum, it's them or me. And I don't think they realize that this is a life or death situation. At least it was for me. I needed to move forward with my transition. I couldn't live a lie any longer, and this is who I am. But they don't see it as that at all. And it's really hurtful. Yeah. But I will say that love always overrules any type of hate. So I try every single day to act out of the kindness of my heart. And though at times it can be really hard, it can be very hard, especially with dealing with situations of loved ones in my life that aren't accepting of me. Sometimes I want to lash out at them and be very aggressive and defensive, but I have to calm myself down and remember that type of attitude isn't going to get me any further with any sort of dialogue with this person. So a lot of times I have to take deep breaths and really think about what I'm going to say, so it's not going to be something that I'm going to regret. But another thing I will say is the amount of support and love that I have in my life, it overpowers all of the negative that is going on in my life when it comes to my transition and people rejecting me. Though rejection can really, really hurt, it's really comforting when you have a support network of people and you know that you have people that have your back. I try to surround myself with people that are going to support me and I can support them. And I know that they're a good friend because they are happy for me and they see how happy I am, and they are excited for me just as much as I am excited for myself. So with transitioning, you really discover who your support network is by the people who really stick around and who really want to acknowledge your pronouns and your name and just everything. They want to support you and be an ally. If you're in family situations, try to surround yourself by as much people as you can that you know are supportive of you and they support your transition and they're on board with you. It'll just feel so much better in an already uncomfortable situation, but it'll feel a lot better that there's going to be people there that you know support you as an individual in your own transition. But I also want to say, don't be afraid to correct somebody. If they're saying, you know, wrong pronouns and wrong name and referring to you just incorrectly, don't feel afraid to correct them. If you're out and you're wanting people to respect your pronouns and your name, they should respect your pronouns and your name. So you have every right to correct them in the moment. And even that's where allies can come in as well. You know, if you have people in your life that are close with you and they're going to be around like family-like situations where you have people that aren't so supportive, they could be an ally to you by correcting people in a nice way, like, oh, are you referring to Hayden? You know, it's something kind of like that. You can have support like that. But you should never feel bad for correcting someone, for using your pronouns and your name, because that's a pretty simple thing to ask of somebody, and if they can't acknowledge that, that's really just a shame on them. I mean, you know, kind of like I said before, kill it with kindness. It's hard, but sometimes you have to be really open-minded and optimistic, you know, to a certain degree. I mean, you can also defend yourself, but you don't have to be like really aggressive about it or anything. Because like I said before, aggression and anger isn't gonna get you any further in a dialogue with a person that you could be having a really good conversation about, and they could be actually learning about trans issues if they're face-to-face to you instead of like sending them stuff through the mail or email. I don't even know if this video makes any sense or if people have gotten anything from this video. Sorry, I was a little bit anxious doing this. But yeah, anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you have any ideas for any upcoming videos, please feel free to shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to listen to your guys' thoughts. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up. You can share it, subscribe to my channel. I will do a video soon, not sure when, probably in the next couple days. I might have a fun guest coming on my next video, depending on how it all goes. But until then, I hope you all have a safe and wonderful few days ahead. Alright, take care. Bye.